Garmajoba. Welcome back. I'm Brian. This is Georgia Real Estate. So today we're going to look at part 4 of a long running series. It's not that long, but trying to give you more specific information, more of an idea what to look for, maybe what not to look for in real estate in Georgia. So this is an actual property. It's pretty in depth. I'm going to show you quite a bit. You go back to the previous 3 videos, we're mostly looking at the outside of the what you typically get in a yard. This is maybe not so typical because it's quite a big yard for a house in a village. Some houses can be quite close together, but this is over 2,000 square feet of yard. So it's a pretty big property, which I'm showing you. You see different trees. There's plenty of fruit trees on it. There's plenty of space to make a big garden or have maybe a couple small animals like goats or even pigs. But a lot of people have chickens, so you can do what you want or do nothing at all. Just have a big, nice yard to relax in. That's up to you, of course, but I'm just showing you the opportunities, the potential, the things you can do, especially if you're maybe not going to work or maybe not open up office or a business in Georgia, just want to relax. So you don't want to be too bored. Well, maybe you do, I don't know. Maybe you're tired of working, just want to relax, sit in front of a fireplace or sit outside and just watch the days go by. I don't know. But you can see all the different opportunities or non-opportunities, depends how you look at it, what you want to do. So we're going to continue this series a little bit. This is basically, of course it's not exactly, but basically what you're going to get almost anywhere in Georgia. There's some exceptions, of course, but this is quite typical of the house, the yard, the streets, the neighbors. So it's a good average idea. So what we'll do, we'll look at a few pictures. I think about 7 or 8 pictures I took out of the video. So I'll talk specifically about them. And then we'll show the video run continuously. It's only about a minute, 2-minute video. Then you can see kind of a little better than just a picture here, picture there. Give you a little better idea of the surrounding area. And then yeah, we'll do it for this series. So let's take a look at the first picture. So you can see the first picture. You can't really see the house, but this is the street in front of the house. A lot of streets are not paved. This is a dirt street. You can see at the end where we're actually right in front of the house. You can look down the street. If you walk out the front gate, you look to the left. You can see it's basically a dead end. And you can see actually some mountains at the end. So that's a pretty nice view from the street. Like I said, the street is not paved, which is quite typical in most areas. So let's take a look at the next picture. Now here's looking at the house from the front where we just were looking to our left. If we look out the gate, you can see it's a stone gate, stone fence, I should say. Most of if you have a fence, most of them are made out of stone. A lot of stones there, so it's easy to make a fence. You can make this a little bit higher. It's not the highest fence, so it's not too difficult to look inside. But if you want a little more privacy, you can make it higher. You see there's a satellite dish, so there is possibility for satellite television if you really want television. But this is a look at the house from the street. And you can see actually the roof is not too bad. Most roofs are metal roofs, but especially if you buy an older house, you can make the roof whatever you want, but the metal's pretty easy to get, pretty easy to do yourself, pretty fast to put up, lightweight. So if you want a metal roof, you can do it yourself or make any type of roof you want. Here's the next picture again, looking from the front of the street. There's a gate here. You can see the house. You can see not much behind. There's not a lot of houses. This is not packed very tight. So you have your gate, easy in and out access to the house, give you some security, a little privacy, and you can do what you want to the fence or even the gate. This gate will be changed out. The fence will be made a little nicer, a little better facade, just to make it look a little better, but you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Next picture here is right next to the gate, the walk-through gate. This is the gate for the cars. Most people have this also. Basically, most of them are made out of metal. This will be changed out also into a nice wooden gate. Well, wood and metal together, but you can see all from the front street, a lot of trees in here in this property. But that's how most of these are going to be. They're mostly going to be metal gates for your cars. Now here's looking down the opposite direction. You can see the neighbors aren't very close. A lot of trees and bushes around. Again, it's the pavement. There's no pavement on this street. It's not a very busy street because you're basically coming to a dead end, so not a lot of traffic anyway. Doesn't matter too much. Next one, here's the across the street. This is a house, pretty big house, not complete. And that's what a lot of the neighborhoods are like, kind of like this, depending on where you live, of course. If you live in a better neighborhood, you have better houses, and they're a little more busy. This is a little more quiet out in the country area, but like I said, it's about 1.5, 2 hours from Tbilisi to the north. Well, this is to the north of Tbilisi. So you can see their gate. They have a metal gate, that green one there to the left. Then our next picture here is looking through the gate, the walk-through gate to the front house. You can see the cement there for the parking the cars and the walkway. This is quite typical also. And the metal gate can be a little fixed up, but if you're not buying a new property, you can either do something about it sooner or later or do nothing, up to you. That's the beauty of having your own property. Do what you want, when you want, how you want. Make it nice, nicer, whatever you want to do. You're the boss. And then I believe this is probably the last picture. This is looking out from the house. This is the metal gate for the cars to drive through. You see a little bit of the wall, stone wall. You can see the cement for the driveway. Park your car, motorcycle, bicycles, whatever you want to do. And that's it. So there was a little more information about typical front of the houses of most houses in Georgia. Like I said, most of the streets are not paved. There's a lot of paved streets, of course, but depends where you live. Seems that the farther you get out of the big city of Tbilisi or even Batumi, the more the villages or small towns are have less paved. Usually have a main paved road, and then your street off that main road tends to be not paved. So that's what you get. Now we'll take a look at, I'll run the video through so you can take a look at it in kind of like a real time. And then that will be it. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you liked that video. We're gonna have a few more videos in this series. Show you the in. We'll get to the inside of the house. There's 2 floors. A little surprise for you, not a surprise anymore, but there's going to be 2 floors, so we'll show you the insides of I think a typical house. Actually, the inside is quite nice to a lot of houses in that area, or in most areas, but in the area where, especially for this price, I actually looked for other houses. I found more expensive houses, smaller yards, inside not as nice. So sometimes you pay a little bit more money, you don't get a little more for your value, but you can pay a little bit more money and get much better. Depends how much you want to pay, but kind of my idea is get you into a house, or get me into a house, get you into a property, you fix it the way you want it. You don't have to worry about someone did something that you don't like and then you got to tear it out and do it again. These are kind of not typically black frame, but they're more green frame houses. They're not brand new, but usually they're built quite well, and you can just make little tweaks, paint here, some tile there, facade here, do a few little things, and it really makes a big difference very quickly. So anyway, again, thanks for watching. Hope you appreciate it, and stay tuned for the next video in this series, and we'll show you the insides.